I think of you all the time when I touch my shelf, and you cannot stop me. I'm gonna keep doing it. Y'all feel good about that? Does that help you sleep at night? Helps me sleep at night. I tell you, knocks me right out. What? Whew, I'm having a good day. I'm having a good day. A good day. It's all because of RuneScape. We're here, boys. In 2004, having the times of our lives. Today, we're gonna do it, man. Do you see this 2.5K the smithing experiences? We're gonna make that disappear, okay? That's gonna be 0 smithing experiences that we need for level 54. That's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be magical. A magical time. And you'll all be here to witness it. With me and my mom. Maybe sometimes my dad. Probably not dad, TBH. Bum ba da bum boom be da boom, shloom gotta floom, bloomby bloomby doomby boom. So today, in 54, is like the first and bigliest priority. 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 And then though, and then, we're gonna get 42 of that sweet Taven. You know it, baby. We're gonna go and play Doorscape. Everyone's favorite game is Doorscape. I don't know if you've ever played Doorscape, but I've played Doorscape and I love it. Bloomby, shloomby, gloomby, floomby. The amount of gains that are going to be had once we can access mithril Fletching on the easy is going to be ginormous. Look at this. Just look at it. Oh, we almost at 700. Hey, I tell you what. I've got big brain attack right now. What we're gonna do is do one more mithril inventorio, and since we've been banking the extra coals, we can just make steel bars out of them. We can superheat them like right here, right meow. That's gonna be huge. There's the last one. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's like for surezies, that extra like Hundy steel bars is going to be enough to just give him a little tink tink and get up to 54. There's not a doubt in my little baby boy mind, nor my big baby boy mind. But sometimes the little baby boy mind speaks for the big baby boy mind, you know? It's just how it is. Being a big boy, being a big grown boy. Sometimes you feel hungry. And you want some sweet, sweet ice cream. And big baby boy mind is all like, no. No, you gotta like take care of your body, you know? Take care of that body. But you don't want to. So you just eat the ice cream. You know what I'm saying? You know, boys? But do you know? I want to know. Will you show me? Want to know about these strangers like me? What type of cute thing should I order off of Flamazon for wife, I wonder? I go to like find cute things on Flamazon for wife, and it's a big no bueno, because it's all like house stuff, and we live in a hole. We live a tiny little hole. So man, I don't know. Do we... Sun chip box? She does like sun chips. Shopping for wife is difficile. Muy difficile. There's apparently a Switch game literally called Wife Quest. Not getting her that. That looks weird. That looks really weird. There's gotta be like some cute games for the Switch, right? There's gotta be. Port Royale 4. Searching for cute games and Port Royale 4 came out. Yeah, I don't think she wants the economic tycoon games. Gotta get that smithing. Maybe if I try to do Nintendo Switch games cute. Does not help. I'm gonna give it a Google. There's gotta be some stuff. Maybe Luigi's Mansion? She likes spooky stuff. Ooh, Jellycat. You can never go wrong with getting the wife Jellycat. Jellycat is fun for all ages. Ooh, they got a tiny little cute Engi turtle. The Engi turtle on Jellycat. Oh, that's got to be it, man. That's got to be it. Oh, these gems, man. Oh no! Okay. Anybody else having a good day? I'm having a great day. I'm feeling it. Mr. Krabs, I would like you to know that your boy right here, he's feeling it. He's feeling it so good. Bum 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 bum. Let's have a bit of that bum fun. You know? Not like baby reindeer? I'll let you be baby reindeer. We can play baby reindeer at home. You know, just you and me, fam. Just you and me. Bum ba dum bum ba 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 da ba ba da ba. Modoop ba doop beep bop boop bop sleep ga flop flopple doppel. Get the coal inside my bag, you silly little hag. I gotta get that coal inside of my bag. You gotta get the coal inside of your bag. You gotta get the coal inside of your bag. You gotta get the coal inside of your bag. No! I don't have enough coal to superheat. Maybe if I just okay heat, that's enough with this coal. But will you get really good mithril without it? I don't know. Hey Vex, what's up, buddy? Hi, family. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time here. Just playing this little video game right here. Just in 2004 and having a good time. And how are you though? But how are you? But this guy said he doesn't play Doorscape. Ba-da-ba-da-boo. Bum ba bum ba bum ba dum ba da. Got that bomba clot. The blamba clot. To get the blamba clot. Anybody else got the blamba clot right there? I just got a blamba clot. Hey. Might be getting a little crazy off these little mining guild fumes. Just been getting all up in my nostrils, you know? Pretty sure they're good for me. Pretty sure they're high in vitamins. Vitamins. I got those little rock vitamins. I mean, I guess they're high in minerals. I mean, they're definitely high in minerals. How much mithril should be in my daily diet? What's my dietary needs on the daily of mithril? Anybody got the little app for that? Mean your macros, mean your micros. You know, I'm microdosing mithril right now. IRL in a game. I don't have coal. What am I doing? I'm a fool. I'm a fool without a coal in my inventory. Gotta get the coal in your bag. You gotta get the coal in your bag. You just gotta. What are you gonna do without coal in your backpack? Would you ever go to school without coal in your backpack, without a carrot in your pocket? What would be wrong with you? You're just not ready to learn. Oh my goodness, guys. I just looked up my mortgage. I've paid off 10% of the principal, man. That means I own like 5% of the house. Oh dear. My financial situation is bleak. And it's just a joy to see. Just a joy to see. Because you know, people retire. Allegedly. But then they all die, you know? Because like once you're not doing stuff, why are you even on this earth anymore? Your boy's gonna live forever. Because he's never gonna be able to stop working. It's a secret strategy to eternal life. Got the blamble clap. The blamble whack. Mr. 810 said, you got a blamble whack. We got a blamble whack. We did it! We did it, Mom! We did it! We don't actually have the level yet, but soon, TM, soon, we did it! 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 We're a champion! We did it! Asterisk, but we did it! Guys! Guys! We did it! Look at this! 700 of those bad boys. That's huge. It's absolutely ginormalgus. Okay? You can't take this away from me. Let's go whack them into the furnace. And see if the steel bars here are going to be sufficiently enough to get us and I think the technical term is hella experience is what we're looking for. It's a quantifiable amount, namely hella. Who's your favorite Greek goddess? Probably Hela. Man, if Imperator Rome was like a good game though, like could you imagine if it was? Like what if it was a good game? Bum bum, bum bum flum, glum glum blum, schlumpum tum. I'm gonna give you a blumby blum, and you can let me glum in your tum. It's provocative. What I need to do at some point is just like stack up hella law runes so I can do the crafting guild method and make like air runes and get hella crafting XP and a little bit of schmithing and mining on the side as well. I think that'd be like huge efficiency if I could swing that, you know? But the big question is, can I ever swing that? That's what I have to say about that. Glum in your flum. Would you like to blumby dum? I would like to give you glummy flums. Look at that man. Do you think that he has the fear and existential dread of the infinite void that awaits us all? Probably. But how do I know? We have no perception of each other's perceptions of reality except what we can communicate with our words. It's what makes art meaningful because maybe we have insights that other people don't. Yay! And we can express it in ways that aren't agreed upon communications so that we can feel the things that we think and understand each other in a more meaningful way. Yay! The arts aren't gay. Why does it always devolve back to that? Why? In my brain, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. Do we see this thing upstairs? Like, is this an actual thing upstairs? Hey, it actually goes over there. That's wild. What is on the floor over here? A hams? A hammies? A hammy sammies? And a Brand's axe. What a discovery. I love discovering things. Speaking of good games, like, how come Sid Meier's Colonization never got, like, the love that it deserved? Because that was a quality game. It was really, like, it was really interesting and a unique spin on things, right? Sid Meier's Pirates also, like, what a game. Sid Meier's Civilization, solid D- on the game scale. But Colonization and Pirates, though. I don't know who you are, Sid Meier, or like even if you're like a figment of my own flaginations, but what a game, man. Colonialization is in pirates. Pirates. Fanam pinda phenom, dashinam plalum plalum. Buddha, Fida, Fluta. Fleedum, Blottum, Blottum. If you know that you floodle in the noodle. It's extra important when you give it the doodle. Ow. Ow, my noodles. Why are my noodles in so much pain? What's wrong with my noodles? I thought my noodles were fine, but they're just getting so canoodled. Why can't the universe leave my noodles alone? All I wanted to do was massively inflate them to the size of pool noodles and flobble them around and whack people in the face with them. And yet the universe pays me back with this. There's no iron bars to be had. Okay. We're finally unbanned from iron bars. This is wild. It's been so long. It's been so long, little friend. I'll have to celebrate by killing a man. In the traditional way. As my ancestors did. Canoodle the bloodle. Would you like to know how to noodle? You stick your noodle in the pool noodle canoodle. Yay! Don't miss out on all of the noodler fun. Noodles. Caboodles and noodles. Noodles. Canoodles and boodles. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. That guy's going to PK. I'm not sure that this term is okay. Not in the 20th century anyway. Maybe the 21st as well, I hope. But seems like we're going back in time to when tariffs were a great big flying. Everybody loves that 90-day slime and saying it's okay, as 90 days is forever, it'll all go away. Sheen lawfully lawfulum. Anybody want to like load up Maple Story and just like get at it, you know? You know, plant on those slimies. and little mushrooms. I love the aesthetics of like slimes and mushrooms. There are some mobs that are just like peak aesthetics, and I think slimes and mushrooms are it. Slimes, mushrooms, and then gobos. Gobos are such a good mob. The Zestio Goblos of RuneScape are beautiful. I love them so much. Bury the bones, pay respects. I pay you all of my respects, and then I deflects the accusations that I may have murdered your twinsy. It's all okay when we are getting to the point where he's buried in the ground. It's more of a passive tense thing, you know. I didn't do it. It was just something happened to him. He was murdered. I'm not saying who, but he was murdered. That's why I use that term, that grammaticals. When you want to avoid placing yourself into like a blamed position. The passive voice is what it's called. You say things like the TV was broken to take away any of the pertinent information that might implicate you as responsible for the breaking of the TV, right? Got to use that passive voice. Avoid blame at all costs. It's a strange thing the human mind does, where like the worst thing that we can ever think of is being blamed for something. We don't like taking responsibility, you know? It's a wild way of looking at the world, though, because like blame your pencil for your spelling mistakes, and like you're never gonna spell anything right. It's like accepting your own failures as a step on your pathway to greater successes is a very, very important concept. But as Hunams, we don't like it. Something deeply un-Hunam of accepting failures. Oftentimes, like even psychologically, there's issues with people that do the exact opposite, and that they avoid blame by over blame, right? That look at how awful I am. I'm just a big screw up, and thus it's only natural that I would mess this up, and I mess everything up, and blah, blah. Like it's also a form of like avoiding blame, right? Because it's acknowledgement of your error, but not like responsibility for the error. Because if it's just a state of being that you are a screw up, then there's no responsibility of like, oh, I should improve my behaviors. I am myself the issue. No one themselves are the issues. Like you're all deep down people, just the same as all others. There are different aspects of you that are unique to yourself, of course, but you know, every person is imbued with the power of choice to make change and to deal with uncomfortable feelings of inadequacy in any realm of your life. And the thing about getting good at anything is it takes a lot of being bad at something before you're good, but knowledge of the pathway that you're taking from bad to good to really attain any kind of meaningful growth as a person. To be good at anything, you have to be able to handle sucking at it for a long time. Yeah, man, saving the naturales. Well, we only had like a few of these to make, so I figured, like, we're here anyways, why not just do like, I don't know, like 8 or 10 inventories, whatever it was. I think it's only like 2 or 3 inventories more, and then move on, because we're so close to the level. I figured I just use these steel bars so that I wouldn't have to go get the little beverage, the dwarven stoot. Instead, we can just tink these little steel bars, and then we're good to go. Yo, calculate how many bars I need. Insane how much you need just for 55 stiffen. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The mining part is the part that's really crazy. Because even 67, like, it's starting to get okay to mine coal. It's not that bad anymore. But, like, mithril still, I spend some time on. And so, I mean, the mining really is the part that feels bad about it. Smith and extensive? Yeah. You can see why, like, Motherlode mine and stuff are such a vibe. 91 is highest mining in game. Wild. Yep. I mean, like, it's all active. You can't AFK any smithing. And the XP rates, like, the best rates are super click intensive. Because the best rate is just going to be power mining iron. Go to World 1, or World 2 rather, to get the best respawn rates, and go to a place that is free. And then click like hell. That is the best mining XP. So to be, like, doing the grind to 99, you have to be giving up so much in terms of the resources. Because right now, mining is a very profitable skill. Because it's the only source of the resources you get from mining. Funny how that works. That it is useful to do when the sole purpose of its existence is not stripped from it. But, yeah, that means that you're missing out on massive, like, GP gains just to focus on XP. And it's such a steep drop-off to, like, actually bank and to be mining things like coal where there's profit involved. Because iron, it doesn't make sense to mine and bank at that level because it's, like, so much time wasted on banking. Probably the best outlook would be to find somebody to trade you and just run your iron. I mean, surely banking iron right now like a pleb. Yeah, like we should be at this level. I've banked all my iron right too, right? Herbler level, bro. It's still 17. Still 17 Montenegro. Big rip. We haven't done, like, any herb lore. Alright, we'll do this as our last inventory, because 109 rather, is plenty. We need one inventory, that's it. About to hit 45 and 894 total, that's huge. You're catching up to me, fam. Stop that, go slower. Honestly, like, unless you're going for rank 1, like trying to max as fast as possible does not make sense to not bank iron. Aren't we all, fam? Aren't we all? This game is perfected. It's not perfect. I lied. But it is very good. It is a very, very good game. Exactly. Compete with yourself. Like, I like making the count better. This is a single player game. There's just a bunch of other people around me while I'm playing. Alright, let's go do the tink, okay? Everybody on board with the tink? Actually, no, I don't want a tink. Ooh, I lied. I don't want a tink, because you see that? That's gotta be one inventory, right? There's no way that's not just one inventory of Schmelten. I gotta do that. Banking iron with one agility still one agility, bruh. Go do tourist trap. What are you doing with one agility still? In this economy? One agility? Gotta be sloshing me. Why? Why would you stay with one, though? Like, let yourself run a little bit, man. It's not even that much run that you get from it, but you got. Bro, you're making me anxious. You're like spiking those anxiety. What are they called? The hormones, the anxiety hormones. You're making me feel spicy for anxiety. The endorphins, the endorphins. I don't think that it's done on dolphins. Nobody appreciates my dolphin pun, because every time, okay, if you do something on dolphins, there's too many separation, like there's too many leaps in the mental processing speeds, right? 54 Schmithen. Look at that, mithril dart tips. This is humongously. This is humongously, man. Why are we making steel it good? No, we were making steel because now we have 54 and we can go and make mithril dart tips. That's why. But I do enjoy your name because it's very crispy. Now, that's the thing about being like flautistic. Being a neurodivergent as we are, but BT dubs like Strem. Always got to like that Strem to fight the algorithm, because it doesn't like that we're a neurodivergent. So if you like Strem, it helps teach algorithm that it's okay to be bifurious. 365 Peapots, 4 banked for future PVM content. Oh, that's huge. That is huge. GZ fam. How did you get all them Ranars? Have you been doing like hella chaos dudes or something? What are we doing? Are you boys ready for the Tink Tinks? These are about to be some massive Tink Tinks. You bought them? How much are Renars? That's got to be crazy expensive. What am I doing with my life and my family? Why aren't dart tits lit up? That's frustrating that they aren't. How much are we getting for each of these? Ooh, okay. I see. Okay. All right. We're getting 50 each. I bought 3K each. Check price. It's the biggest investment at the moment. People started to PK, then more and more KBD. Man's a baller. Fletching this is going to be so satisfaction. So big satisfaction. Where? Man got me. Thought I got the beaver pet from Schmithen. Fool me once. Shame on you. Man's got a kitty cat. Why don't we have a kitty cat? Why are we such a smart boy? Just sitting here without a kitty cat. The arrow key hold is nauseating. Same. But it's very important for the progress, okay? Everybody knows that right arrow key is like we're making progress, we're like getting massive gains. And then the left arrow key is We're struggling. We're struggling when we're on the left. Oh, it's a gray one. I think this is the first gray one, isn't it? Was the first one gray? I don't know. There's been so many. It's just we've massacred the kitties for these death runes. Get a kitty cat and name it Beaver. Problem solved. I won't leave it to that. Come on, Tink Tinks. What you doing, fam? Cat? Oh my goodness, we got a cat. We got a cat. This Tink Tink. How much longer until we might be just doing mithril bars on dart tips. Oh, that's crazy. Whew, that's crazy. 15k. Well, not 15k, but close to 15k. Speaking of 15k, I got almost 15k U-logs on the side and RuneScape 4 just from playing this game so far. I'm gonna end up getting 99 woodcutting on a free-to-play account real quick, just from playing this account. It's getting close to 87 TBH. Like it is making progress to the 99. Okay, we will get to 55. I just did the math all Leos. MVP, what you smithing? You doing your steel bars now, buddy? You doing the steel bars? It's really good to do steel bars. Why are we an early banky boy? Because I just Googled it. Iron bars extra. What a Chad. I Googled it and into the calculator. And it's like 32,000 XP we have in mithril bars. Can free-to-play RuneScape 4 get Beaver Pet? Doubt. I don't think pets are free-to-play, are they? Bum bum. Flumbity glumbity blum. I wonder if it's 66 for mithril plate bodies, right? If we get to 66 schmithen. 68, I'm sorry. 66, 68 schmithen. If we start to... I don't know how high I'll be in fletching by then, is the big question. Because I was wondering if, like, we start to do mithril plate bodies as our alchable. I think it really depends on our fletching level. Because the whole point of doing this is that we get fletching for alchables instead of smithing. But like maybe we'll already have the like 70 fletching and it'll be cool and it'll be chill and everything will be fine and dandy, right? Maybe, perchance. We've got to at least get to... What is the fletching for mithril longbows? Or mithril longbows. Maple longbows is 55. Okay, we'll definitely get 10 levels in fletching from this, I'm certain. From like all the mithril bars we're going to be doing in the days and weeks to come. It's going to be massive. Let's sit here and judge. This man can't even remember his pick. Got lotion on my rune pick. Stroking it on some essence. At least I'm not streaming with pants on, you know? That's important. Really lowers the quality of Strem when Stremmer has pants. This stupid little communist dog. Okay, we'll do all these bad boys. And then I think we'll teleport to Artie and we'll like start fletching at the chest. Is that the best thing we could be doing? What's like the most AFK thing we could be doing and like fletching during? I wonder. It can't be anything in the wilderness, so it's not going to be agility. The chest is okay, because I'll be able to get quite a few fletches in between. Can't really do mining. Can't be smithing because I don't have the resources after this. Can't be fishing. Cooking, farming, wood cutting doesn't make. Yeah, I think it's the nature room chest. Yeah. We're gonna get big fat naturals from a chest. Everyone loves fat natties in the chest, you know. Mow. Why'd I click it? Does anybody know what game this is? Hold on, let me brush my teeth. You know, it's important to do. Good oral hygiene. Tink tink. Tink tink away. I'm always tinking with you in my heart. Blah 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 blah. Let's tink tink. Oh baby, got a tink tink. Blah 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 flobby lobby 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 globby. You know. I think you know. Flubel, flobble, fleeble, sheeble, snobble, slobble. What's the word of the day? Apocalypsis. It's the repetition of the same word or clause after intervening matter. I don't understand that. Apocalypsis. The coach used apocalypsis in his motivational speech. Winners we are and will always be winners. What? The songwriter's new song uses a panellepsis by repeating the same phrase in the first and last verses. The political slogan used a panellepsis effectively, people first for the people. Oh. Repetition of the same word or clause after intervening matter. So like using the same word before and after comma? Wait, how do you make darts? Which tree you cut? Big tree? Grand tree? You gotta get the dalconical rocks to let you cut the grand tree down. It's capitalism, baby. I mean, if you can cut down a redwood tree, and you'll turn into a redwood tree. It's actually pretty broken because it like gives you hella tiles that you're all on at the same time. Being a redwood tree. Imagine not being one. Couldn't be me. I hate trees. Good news, trees hate you back, fam. It's okay. It's okay to be different, though. Like, it takes all sorts. I forget that I'm not allowed to do anything while I'm smithing. Smithing takes priority over all other things in existence. Makes me wonder if I can even see if my cat's hungry and needs attention while I'm smithing. Or maybe it actually prioritizes over that notification as well. Gotta be careful, because if I accidentally make 10 mithril medium helmets, I've got to get 10 mithril medium helmets. There's no option to cancel it. So, boys, I think I've ordered everything for wife's birthday. Tell me what you think. Okay? First off, I ordered her a strawberry birthday cake, because she always asks for a strawberry birthday cake. And it's like the same one that we got last year that was really good. I think she kind of forgot about it, though. So I ordered the same one. But she kept talking about how good it was last year, so got her the same one. I would love to make her a cake, bake her a pretty cake for her birthday. However, we do not have an oven, and thus I do not want her to experience that disappointment of birthday cake that is no bueno, which is definitely what she will get if I try to make a cake with an air fryer. So ordered that to arrive like the night before her birthday. And then we got her one of the little tiny, the keychain thingies from Jellycat, because she gets mad at us about getting her all the Jellycats. But she likes Jellycats. So we got her tiny Jellycats so that she can have her cake and eat it, you know? We've got to go back and forth with that one. Then I ordered her some tiny things. Your wife seems simple like mine. Happy to hear it. She's She's very, very complicated, but it's okay. I got her like a little. I ordered a little portrait thing off of Etsy of us. Like sent in the photo of us to do like a. I'm certain it's just put it into some app. Do like the tiniest amount of editing to the picture, print it out on the canvas, and send it to you, because it's like $30. But all women are complicated, bro. But listening, I get feeling she's still simple. Yeah. She's not difficult. I'll say that, not difficult. So I ordered that little cute portrait of us, because we don't have like decorations with pictures of us. Like I think a couple birthdays ago she made like a little like collage of pictures of us and put it up on the wall. And then she had the gall. She had the gall to do this. She put love on the spectrum as a little caption at the bottom. How dare she? How dare she be so accurate? So we got her the picture, the cake, the jelly cat, and then we got to cover the bases, okay? So she has been enjoying the Switch, I think. I got her Switch for Christmas, and at first she was kind of like, meh, but she has been like playing the Peach game I got her, and she uses it for like this little boxing thing she got. And we do some Overcooked on it sometimes. So I think overall she likes the Switch. So I ordered some Switch. Oh, Luigi's Mansion 3. I ordered for her because she likes spooky things. And then the big ticket item. This is such a waste of money. Like, for realsies, it's not worth the money for this. But I did get it secondhand, and she will be happy to hear that I didn't pay the. Because she'll like the first thing she'll do when she sees it, she'll be like, "Oh my goodness!" And then she'll be like, "This is expensive. Why did you spend this much money on this thing? I don't want it that bad." But she's been doing all the piano lessons on Duolingo. And there's like this little Duolingo piano thing that you can hook up to your Duolingo app and like play the piano with it. Hold her tight, mi mano. She doesn't like that. She says she said she can't breathe because my boobies are too big. For clarity, I'm saying that mine are too big, not hers. But the big piano, I got it secondhand. So I think it was like $190 instead of $250. And that's the big ticket. That's the happy birthday thing. So I think we done right by her. Her birthday's in it's next week. Oh goodness. So we'll give an update on if we're in the doghouse after birthday or not. We'll see. Oh no, I thought I was in the doghouse after Christmas, because she didn't think that she would like the gifts that I got her as much as I think she did. For Christmas, she's really into Shin-Chan, and I got her I got her a Switch and the Shin-Chan game, and at first she was like, "Why did you get me this? We already have a Switch." I'm like, "Yeah, but this is your Switch, and you don't have to share it with me or your boyfriend." Why did I hit 5? And then she proceeded to kind of prove my point by playing that game for, it felt like, about 70 hours straight. About every hour I was awake, she was playing it, from like the day after Christmas on Boxing Day to when she finished the game. And I think it was about like 3 or 4 days that took her. So she was kind of like, well, "Why'd you get me this? This doesn't seem like it." But then like after, she's like, "Oh my goodness, that was such a good gift." So I don't know. I don't know how I do with gifts with her sometimes. It still messes me up that the dart tips aren't highlighted. Is that like a check that gets messed up? Because I'm certain it's supposed to be a check of like it doesn't light up until after you've done a tourist trap. But maybe that was a bug back in the day that the check didn't work and you just never thought that you finished tourist trap. I'm gonna be so excited to start ranking. This is gonna be so huge to be allowed to rank. Any of those mithril bars for sale? Never ever. We want to be a fletchy boy, and we need mithril bars to fletch. Like, make an offer though. Like, maybe charcoal, but like maybe. Also maybe. Think I want some attention? Man, I want attention. Nobody strokes me when I want attention. Does it give you a different message when it's hungry? Or do you just have to know? Everyone cool with like the arrow key? Just doing a spin around the world, getting a little sick. Sing to us, please. If you get hungry and you don't feed it, it runs away. Yeah. But like, does it tell us? Does it tell us that if it's hungry? Because we've just been hanging on to salmons with the last few and just like force feeding them every time they want attention. That's kind of my strategy with wife. As long as I feed her, like, why would she be angry with me, you know? Okay, how close are we to the level? I want to start making arrow tips. Ooh, we are very close. Okay, so this will be the last of the dart tips. We'll hang on to these to fletch in a moment. Give wife ball of wool. Ooh, that's a really solid option. You'll get the same notification, usually like attention dialogue sometimes. Okay. But I'm guessing, is it like a different timer than the attention? Because this is a new kitty cat. I just got it. Because the other one became death runes. And the like 3 before him also became death runes. But is it the same timer or is it a different timer? It's going to tell me when he's hungry, or is he just going to disappear? No. I'm a cat capitalist. Which I think is fitting. 55 Schmithen. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Let's make some arrowheads now. Finally, we can make arrowheads. This is so huge. It's very fitting because like all these little cats, they roaming around with a little red book in their pocket, their prison pocket, talking about Mao. They legitimately will not shut up about him. My dog is broken. All it says is quack, quack. The cow says, you know? That used to be something. I think I've mentioned this like multiple times. How much is smithing needed to make? How much smithing needed? Just how much? But how much smithing needed? But how much smithing? It's 55. It's pretty accurate. Yeah, I do a really good cow impression. I used to threaten my students. I think I've mentioned this like 3 separate times on stream, but I still just this is. I hope I'm not this person anymore, because I was a little bit aberrant in earlier stages of my life, and I would. Tell my students when I was teaching ESL, EFL rather, I guess, in China, that these are like little bitty kids, so like 3 years old, 4 years old, mostly, that if they didn't pay attention, chicken teacher would come out, and then inevitably, they'd start like doing something else, and I'd start going, like straight in their face. I don't know how that's classroom management. But I think that's the excuse I made to myself. It's like, no. I'm managing this classroom. No kid want to deal with chicken teacher. They're gonna learn. They're gonna learn to listen to chicken teacher. I think we're going to get close to 56, actually. But I think it's still... we won't do anything else until we get to 58... Or, sorry, 68. When we get to 68, then yeah, probably mithril plate bodies and just like Smith. No, alchematize those themselves. But like other than that, man, we'll get fletching XP out of it. Will you shut up about Mao? He's literally been dead for how many years, and you won't shut up about him? Every single one of these being a mithril arrow is just going to be so satisfying. Big question, 40 to 50 crafting. I don't know, man. The unholy, or unholy, yeah, maybe unholy. Holy symbols, maybe. Like you could do aircrafting to the crafting guild. Do that method. Because I feel like that's the best crafting method, really. Like, if you're not gonna... But granted, you spend all that money on prayer potions. If you, like, got bank... If you've got bank, then yeah, do cowhides. Hard leather bodies. That's got to be the best. The best XP. You can save some money, do cowhides instead, and just, like, craft them on the way back. 20k bank prob. Okay, then crafting guild. Crafting guild for sure, then. Because at least if you do crafting guild, you get cash from it. All you need is the law runes, though. If you don't have law runes, I think it's kind of a lame method. You've got to be able to teleport back to Faladorio. Low on laws? Oh, gosh. Then I don't know, fire rune crafting? That's not great. But at least if you fire rune craft, you don't need a law rune. But I will make money from other skills till then. Yeah. Get the law runes. Get the law runes. Because that's... I think it's hungry. How dare it be hungry? Are you banking here? At the barbarian village? You're banking here? Why are you banking here? Why not bank at Edville? And doing range clues in meantime too? What is a range clue? Are you just like looking at the clues from a distance? Trying to figure out how to fix them? How to solve them? Range / clues. Ah. We still haven't gotten a single clue on this account. Granted, we have done barely any combat. These mithril arrows are going to change that, though. Because I feel so much more comfortable going to Fire Giants knowing I'm going to be slapping out the mithril arrows on them. They've got to be hitting the ground fast with mithril arrows. Ooh, GZ. Getting that black D-hide's got to be big satisfy. Black D-hide just is so good in this era. For sure, for real. For actual, tactual. Not dart tips, arrow tips. Arrow tippies. Just the tippies. Just the tippy taps. Tippy taps of them arrows. You know? I know what you did last summer. Why would you touch yourself like that? Playing EverQuest Origins, though. That's a great thing to do last summer. Feel a little bit of like EverQuest 2 actually was back in 2004. Just like this. I mean, it was not the same game. It wasn't nearly as good, but it was quite a bit of the old good that EverQuest 2 used to be. Just this era of online games before WoW ruined MMOs was such an amazing time to play games. It was so crazy how simple it was to just have good game design, and then WoW ruined it all by being so successful and making all game design WoW. If it's not a theme park, why make it? Bum ba dum bum plum shlim shlum blum flum flumpy blump dum shlum fee flumpy glump. Oh, next week I'm gonna start applying for grad school. It's gonna be big sag. I have to pay big money to get a piece of paper, but the piece of paper might make me make more money, marginally so. So maybe worth, perchance worth. What are you gonna be studying? Music education. My undergrad is in music ed, and it's what I do with my life, my career. And before I go up for tenure with my new employer, I would like to have that to make them, want to give me that tenure. So long as my employer still exists in a few years, that's not a certain right now. But like, if I can stay with this employer and they still exist, then like I have decent health care now, and I'll get the basic vetting for pension in 4 years and all that stuff, which is like stuff that teachers don't usually get. So like, I want to be able to retire one day, fingers crossed, maybe, hopefully, to sleep, perchance to dream. And this is kind of my only chance at doing so. As if this job works out. Yeah. It's one of the best jobs I've ever worked. But when I first started my career, right out of college, I did that, quarter life crisis and went over to China to teach. Because that's what you do when you have a quarter life crisis, right? You think, oh my goodness, I'm out of college. I'm going to get this job doing this thing that I studied all this time for, and then I'm going to do that until I die. I've done undergrad, postgrad. Now I'm getting a charter. I have one more degree in me, an MBA. You got this, fam. I was never able to afford a graduate degree. So I'm like, if I can manage to make the finances for this work, it'd be pretty fantastic, because nobody in my family has a master's. I see. Yeah, the higher education in the U.S. is a huge scam. I even chose to go to a school that paid me to go there. Because of my my grades and being a musician, I had a music scholarship because of me not being the worst musician in the world and all that stuff. And then I had grants for poor people that that are going to college and all that stuff. And then my dad stole all my money, and thus I still had to go into debt to go to school. It was great. It was really great. So I did not look into masters like at all after school, because I was like, I'm gonna be a teacher and I have like $10,000 worth of debt from going to school. And that's gonna be hell to pay back as a teacher. Nah, it's life. That was many years ago. Moved on since then. That was part of the thinking, is like, if I go to China though, how are they gonna get my money? Was it easy to pay back? I'll let you know when I finish paying it back. So I went to China, as you do, and I worked at a training school. That job was awful, because like usually teachers in the US, we rarely teach over 30 hours in the week, because teaching is very rigorous work to do. So like there's it's broken up in the day, and you get planning time and duty free lunch and all that stuff. Most union contracts will stipulate like a certain amount of teaching that can be done or whatever. Like I think I teach 5 hours a day, so I teach 25 hours in the week. And I think that's actually in my school district with our union contract, I think that's actually the maximum I'm allowed to teach. Like I'd have to be paid overtime if I taught more than that, even if it was in like the same working school day. But teaching in China, I was teaching about like 50 hours a week. And then during the big vacations from school for the kids, like the big breaks that they had, they would run extra courses like throughout the day. And then it gets the after school program. So it's like mostly I was teaching a bunch of hours at night, and then like all like hard on the weekends. Like go in at 6, leave at like 9 type of workday, teaching all the way through. And I think I mentioned it before that I ended up like managing the faculty there in that building. All of this has since been shut down, like because Xi Jinping no likey. He didn't like the culture of like the kids going to all these extra classes after school, and like fair enough, it was a negative thing, because it's so much like social standing, how much extra stuff you're like paying for your kids to do, and it was expensive. It's cost so much to send your kids to do that stuff in China. So I think it's limited now that your kids can only do like one after school activity a week at like a training school of some sort in China, in the major cities at least. So a lot of these schools have shut down because there's just not the market has been cut into a seventh of what it used to be, right? So basically a seventh of the market could continue existing. But this is something that was very much the case, I think, all the way up until like mid 2020 or so. So while I was doing that, it was rough. I think I did that for like 2.5 years, and it was about like 5-6 years worth of actual teaching time jammed in that 2.5 years. Conditions have improved in that regard, I guess. Yeah. I think that like it's obviously a struggle that now the parents can't like, and kids can't do the things that they want to do. Yeah, it's a dichotomy, because like I agree with the principle behind it, that it was a cultural issue of like draining parents' resources and putting huge amounts of stress on the kids doing all these things, but that wasn't like across the board. I always hear that teaching English in China is quite something. Now, that's the thing, is my favorite job I've ever worked was also teaching English in China. I got very burnt out on that job. I thought I was dying. Probably I was. I was about like 110 pounds or something at 6 foot tall. That's not a weight you want to be. And I was having constant palpitations. I have tachycardia, and I was hardcore dying while I was there. So I thought I was actually dying, and I just decided, like, at the end of my contract, I can keep going and like trying to push up management here, because they wanted me to. They wanted me to take on like a fancier title and be like full on in charge of that school. But I thought I would die if I did that, so I just took a job with a public school. And you can't directly work for public schools as a foreigner in China, because you can't be a government employee unless you're like, a defecting scientist or something. I think it was like 50 foreigners that are like hired by the government, like, and it's a quota or something every year. So you're not going to be one of those to go to a school, right? So it's hired, like I was hired by a subcontracting organization that's what they did. They hired foreign teachers and then they like matched them with a school. That was kind of the whole deal. So I was matched with this school that wanted me there, and it was the best job I've ever worked. I think they would ask me to teach like the similar amount of courses, like 4 or 5 in the day, about an hour long each, I think. And it was elementary school. Yeah, public school. It was amazing. And then they would have me do English clubs after school, which was just like some kids that hung out, and we did like some extra English lessons. And then they didn't care about anything else. Like legitimately, they just said like, be here when you have class. As long as I was in the building going to the class that I had, they didn't care if, oh, your class is done, you can leave. Yeah. Like I just wandered off for like 2 hours when I didn't have a class for 2 hours. I didn't show up at the start of the school day. I showed up when my first class was. So if my first class was at 10 o'clock, I didn't need to be in the school until 10 o'clock. It was the most chill job I had ever had. No one bothered me because, like, I think they're so used to, like, English teachers that their only qualification is they come from an English-speaking country. And, like, I have a degree in music education, so I obviously took, like, education classes beforehand. And then I had done, like, a bunch of certifications in teaching English as a foreign language. So, like, I wasn't the worst English teacher. And thus they were like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And I still kind of regret that I didn't re-sign at that job. But like, I mean, life takes the course that it takes, and you make the choices that you'd make, and you don't realize the impact of them, but they ultimately, I mean, that's where your life goes. But I was the most relaxed I think I've ever been in my life while I was working that job. What do you teach in those classes? Verbs and grammar. I mean, it's elementary school, so like, like when I taught like the 6th grade English club, yeah, I would teach like advanced vocabulary and when you would use it, and we would do like more complex like idioms and stuff like that. But for little bitties, it was like teaching them. I would do like a themed lesson every week, so it was like, we're gonna learn sport vocabulary. We're going to learn body vocabulary. We're going to learn classroom vocabulary. Like, I think that was like the first lesson I did was like learning like basic directions. And then we learned like the classroom, and then we started branching off into like things they're interested in. So just like basic vocabulary. Yeah. And I would usually add in some fun things as well. Like, because I'm a music teacher, would usually like have a poem in there that like we can do with rhythmic speech and a little activity with, so we can teach them some English poems and all that stuff. So it was a super fun job. But conveniently in December of 2019, my original contract went to March of 2020. And then there was something that came down from on high in the Chinese government. And now in retrospect, I'm pretty sure it was that they knew about COVID, because I think this was about like 3 or 4 months before December 2019. Because they said that all foreign teachers have to have their contract dates end in December of 2019. And you're free to offer them a new contract for, like, starting January 2020. That's fine. But, like, all the contracts have to retroactively end at that point. So I just decided, like, I'd been away from home for 3 years at that point, and I wanted to go back and, like, and go home. And yeah, timing on that, because I got home and immediately COVID. Which, I'll tell you, wrecks a career transition. It's hard to find a job as a teacher when all the schools immediately close. If the Chinese government hears you talking about this, they'll off you? No, it's not that serious. And the Chinese government doesn't treat these things as, like, seriously as you think they do. Like, as long as you're not organizing a protest, they don't care. Like, they legitimately, like, the whole concept is like, I really wish people understood how much more free you feel in China, because nobody cares. Yeah, you can't like speak out against the government in a more militant fashion in China. For sure, you can't do that because they will make you disappear. But in context of, like, being a foreigner, what that means is they, when you go to the airport, they say, all right, you're never allowed back in the country, which is what I've heard a lot of foreigners have run into, even if they weren't, like, some were, like, planning a vacation. They live in China and everything. As long as you're not a someone, then it doesn't matter. Exactly. Look at my viewer count. They don't care. I'm good, fam. I'm good. But that's what I've heard of happening. Foreigners, like, going on vacation somewhere, and just at the airport they say, like, okay, you're not going to be able to come back into the country. And oftentimes, like, no explanation given. And, you know, you hear a bunch of whining stories on the internet of this happening, but I'm pretty sure most of them know why, right? I don't think that they're really all, like, in the mystery of it. I'm pretty sure there's usually a reason why they're doing that, because it'd be kind of risky for them to do it otherwise. And people are just acting ignorant of what they've said that they would have to know that the government wouldn't like. And then even like my mother-in-law, you know, she says some stuff sometimes, but, like, she's an old lady, so the government kind of they leave her alone. They'll just, like, the police will pick her up and drive her home and be like, we don't want to talk to you again. And she's like, all right, see you next week. Did I get sick days and stuff? At my second job, yeah. At my first job, kind of. At the training school I worked at, it was yeah. They like put on this facade of being, hey, 56 smithing. Look at that, mithril long swords, so long, so schlong. They put on this facade of being, like, you know, a legitimate company, but they're aware that they're operating in China, and that the foreigners, well, they're still operating in China, but I don't think they operate at such a high level anymore. And that people's, like, ability to stay in the country, all their foreign employees, is contingent upon their employment. So, yeah, you got to show up for work. and they would like deny vacation on like your your PTO days a lot and stuff like that. It was big frustrations. Deny PTO, yeah. They'd be like, you only gave us a month's warning. You have to give us like 6 months warning. Okay, okay. Okay. It was such a dumb thing because I would like give them notice like a month in advance, and then they'd tell me like the day before, we need you to come in. They summer off like here? No, I worked at a training school, so summer I would be working about 80 hours a week, 7 days a week. Training schools all year, yeah. The vacations for the kids were when I had to work like constantly. During at my highest, because I was like I said, a manager, and I was working like 80 hours over the summer, so I'd be getting a little bit of overtime, but my overtime was also off my base salary, which was like not was like a fourth of my actual pay. They just put it all of my salary as like other things. Say, oh, this is your housing assistance and all this stuff. That is not salary. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this though. Look at that. And look at this. Ooh, it's gonna be so good. This is gonna be so good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, Bike. You have no idea. Um, mm. So the overtime would be like time and a half on like a fourth of my salary. So I was making at my peak during that time 22,000 yuan a month, which comes out to be around 3,000 USD a month. Was the most I was ever making there. Let's go fletch these bad boys. It's going to be huge. It's going to be so good. Are you boys ready for this? Watch the levels explosions. Going to be so much fletching. Smask is going to be big jelly. Big jelly of my Nelly. I should get... Oh, get on the floor. I should get my salmons. I can't believe I forgot my salmons. That boy's going to want some salmons while we're up there, and we don't have any salmons for him. Whew. So what that work week would look like is normally during the weekdays, during the normal year, I would have like 1 day, maybe 2 days off a week. And in the weekdays would be a short day. So I would come in. I think like I never really came in at my starting time because when I was managing things, like there's so much work for me to do. So I'd usually come in like 11, 12 o'clock, and I'd stay until 8 to 10, depending 8 p.m., 10 p.m. depending on stuff that was going on. Where's my salmons? Gimme. And then there's my kitty. He has a kitty looks like mine. And then on the weekends, it would be like usually at least 8 to 8. Most of the time, more than that, because there'd be some schools beginning, like some classes before the school day started there and after, that they were like trying to add on to get more time because all the classrooms would fill up during the day. So they're trying to add on extra slots in the early morning and late afternoon. Oh, my kitty cat. Oh, my kitty cat. There you are. There you are, my cute little kitty cat. Eat. Sup upon the salmons. And when I was managing, I didn't want to ask anybody to stay late if I wasn't already staying late. So if anybody was ever sick or needed to leave early or anything like that, I would always cover those. Okay, we're making arrows. I would always cover those times because I just thought it was fair to not like ask somebody to do something I wasn't going to do myself. And then during those breaks for the kids from their regular schooling, they'd be running like extra classes all during the day on weekdays. So it'd be like basically those weekend days every day, and I would have to be there 6 days a week for that. It was a lot, and I don't think it's very surprising retrospectively why I was like dying from that. I don't think I'm gonna get 52 from just these. That's gonna be rough. We'll have to get it somehow so we can start doing these mythy darts. But the really rough thing was it's after school, right? It's for profit. So they would do free lessons for prospective students. And they want it to be like a show. Oops, ow. Because they're trying to make sales. So the sales team was very picky about who was doing them. And it ended up being just me, 46, yay. Just me doing those demo lessons. Because they thought that I had the best chance of selling. And every time I was like, that's lovely that you think that of me. But also, I work so much. Please, like, let's get some other teachers doing these and let me train them so that they can be as good as me at this, if not better. And they're like, okay, we'll do that sometime for sure. And then they never like let anybody else do it. And then there was nobody left to do that when I left, because I was out of there. I was dying so hard. I had to leave. What? That was wild. No. Whew. I'm so excited to use these mithril arrows, man. These are going to be so huge. These are going to be so fantastic. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, these mithril arrows, though. 47, yes. Okay, I think that from when I looked at the market before, we'll have to do like mithril darts mithril dart tips long term, though. Because I don't think we're going to be able to buy like large amounts of the headless arrows. Let me see. Let me like recheck the market to make sure that that's not something that's like developed since. But I like big time doubt that headless arrows are a thing. There's a lot of buy listings, and sell listings are crazy expensive. I don't think it makes sense. If I look at mithril darts selling 1k 80 GP, buy listing 10k 55 GP, mithril dart tip. There's no market for them. Feathers. Ooh, feathers are expensive. 13 GP each. I think it makes sense to just buy the feathers and do mithril darts. That's something that makes sense to me. $48. Look at that. Would you just look at it? 49. Ooh, baby. Time to sleep. Like always, thanks for content. TY. Have fun, Yugoslavia. We'll miss you. I'm still upset that Yugoslavia is not a formable nation in EU4. I know it makes no sense for it to be one, but like, why not though? Are we gonna get the next level? 50? Probably. Is 55, did we say? Is 55 the, I think I want some attention? Well, how dare you, sir? I make arrow now. It's 55 we said it is for maple longbows? Yeah, we could make maple shortbows though. I think we have enough, we should have enough maple logs in the bank to get to 52 real quick after this. There's 50. Okay. 5,700 mithril arrows. What are mithril arrows selling for? Looks like at least 60 each. It's like 300k worth of arrows right here. Okay, let's since we're so close, let's just knock out 52 and then we can whack out the rest of our mithril dart tips. These click boxes are so huge. I took a cake. It's a piece of cake to steal a pretty cake. It's the way you bake it. Man, these ads just... You can't get off them on YouTube. Gotta do the cooking by the book. Good to see you, Twist. It's the way you bake it. Look at these mithril arrows, fam. Look at these mithril arrows. What a Chad. We didn't even finish them. I forgot that we had these. There we go. Nearly 6k. Oof. Gotta do that cooking by the book. Kniffy? Mapales? Is 400 enough for 2 levels, I hope? Better be. I already hate this. 2 bows in, I hate this. Where's Where's my kitty cat? Is there my kitty cat over there? Where's my kitty cat? You stressing me out being so far away, fam? I have separation anxiety. You know that? How dare you gaslight me like this? And you're still playing though? You're still playing. Did anybody else as a kid think that you just had to feed your cat a bunch to make it grow? I would like feed my kitten so many salmons. Nah, I was just giving him sardines. Suppose I could do willow longbows if I have to. I really don't want to. It's like 14k, not 14k, 1400 experience every inventory. This is about 50 something XP every log I'm cutting. This should be the level 51. Not like the level, because if the level is 52, I want it. But A level, right? A level's nice. There's 51. We've learned nothing. Ooh, 11k XP. Gotta do the cooking, you gotta do the cooking, gotta do it by the book. And the family, making maple shortball dogs. Maple shortball dogs with the bog and the bow. And I wanna give the bow to my bow. Ho, my little short maple bow. This is what you call Maple Story. I'm gonna tell my kids that this was Maple Story. Making maple short bows. I'm bald boy. Family. That guy don't got 50 ringgit and it's sad to see. Family. The cow goes bada boom ba beam. Schlobble flobble flobble zine. Fleeble flobble flume. Glooble globble gleam, schleeble flobble globble nobble deem. I can't help what grinds do to my brain hole. Repetitive actions make me sad actions, you know? And let's just run in a circle. I can run in a circle all day long. Like IRL and in game. Such engaging content. Oh, the maple short bows. Imagine if we were doing maple longbows though. Like what terrible content that would be. Thank goodness we're doing short bows. Need a better iron mining spot? What spot are you using? Are you using east of Artie? My favorite is Remington with air rune crafting. Varrock West. Yeah, isn't Artie East a little bit better than Varrock West? If you're cool with hanging out with like 12 bears while you're doing it, instead of one little rat boy. You could also do fire runes and iron, but I don't think it's worth it to do that for iron ore. Because at least if you do airs, you make profit, big forfeits. Fire runes, you're losing money, and then not getting the crafting levels from mining silver and stuff there instead of just flat out iron. Stupid hungry kitty. At least you let us escape the ads. Good kitty. Good kitty. Bonk. Bonk. I could never be Smask. Oh man, I hate this skill so much. Ardongi door, we go to open and close, then open and close and close the door. Oh man. Open close. I love Doorscape. Doorscape is such a good game. I feel like it's really underappreciated. It's kind of what I planned on doing immediately after Fletching today, so like apologies to those that don't like Doorscape, but also if you don't like Doorscape, what's wrong with you? Also, this lag is gigantinormous right now. I love this guy's do. Also, Flourish, hi. We're really struggling with like hella lag right now. Use knife with something. You got a candle? You got an item of value. Let's haggle. Let's haggle here. Where's our regular candle? We got that candle. We got our black candle. What's your item of value? I'll take it. I was gonna just give it to him, but like I didn't think he'd actually come through with it. Man, Sapphire. I'll take it. And a bank slot. Why was I just right clicking? Like there was an option to make more than just one. Hey Alex. Hey, your ads. I kind of don't want to hang out with you then. I'm not a fan of the ads. Please watch my content with ad blocker. I'll live without the 5 cents of ad revenue that I'm getting monthly here. It's fine. You don't need to watch the ads. Please. Man is really struggling with this quest. He's already back. Don't tell me he's going to ask me for a Tindy box.
I accidentally extinguished a candle. Like, what are they now?
Oh, come on, 52. Just give me 52. Just give it to me. Just give it to me, family. 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 Ooh, family. Ooh, family. That's 2 more inventorios. I'm glad I AFK'd those maples when I did, man. Works out to be about the amount I needed for 2 levels of Fletchiolios here. I do think maples would be my AFK woodcuts. At what, 66 woodcuts? They feel fast enough to do, but they're like AFK enough that like I don't hate. I don't know if Mithraeros are still my plan. It's a good plan if you have the arrow shafts and feathers. If you have no arrow shafts and feathers, I disagree with it being a good plan. What to do with myth bars? I think that fletching is the only sensible option until you can do myth plate bodies. Because, like, yeah, it'd be a great training method to superheat them in the mining guild and then turn them into myth plate bodies and, like, have hella alchables from that and hella smithing XP. But, like, otherwise, I think that getting the extra fletching out of those myth bars is a better choice. Yeah. Because myth plate bodies would be a wild alchable to just be carrying around. That's so much money. And mad efficient on the nature runes too. Like, that's the whole reason why I think it makes sense to turn it into fletching XP, because the faster we get to 70 fletch, the faster we're walking around alking you longbows. This has to be the last inventory, right? Please, please don't make me do more of this. Ooh, baby, we're so close. Ooh, baby. I love your way. I want to stay with you night and day. $52. All right. Let's grab... What did we do? What? Oops. Didn't realize I accidentally did some willows there. Boom. Boom. Boom, bam. Still flam. Is that over 100 XP each? Oh, flamily. Oh, flamily. That is huge fletching XP. I am not going to complain about the Mithril Dartolios. Very fast clicky. Yeah, if you line it up there, it's super duper fast to grab them. Or to sell them off rather. Grab your GPs. Okay, let's grab some of these though, so that we can like do something meaningful with our lives. Like jump into it and hang around, you know? Get a few more thieves in while we do this fletch. Yeah, I think we'll get 53 at least off of these. There's no way we don't get 53. Give me the treasure! The big fat naturales. Who was asking about a nature chest earlier? They really don't know about this nature chest. And there's multiple in the game. We're about to go to another one in a moment when we're done fletchies. What do we use these mithril darts on, though? And do we train on, like, hill giants with them? Is that what we do? Because it needs to be something with a low enough defense that, like, it doesn't matter that they're mithril darts, right? Druids? Plausibility. 53 fletch. Are we going to get to 54, I wonder? We've got to get to 54. Because we have twice as many darts. So if we do a decent amount more darts, then we'll get up to 55. And that's at least enough to fletch maple longbows. Which won't, like, we won't alch those. But that's not something I'll feel awful about doing a little bit of. At least. What is a hill giant? That's a great question. Maybe one day we'll know. All I know is giants that live in caves. I think just sell the darts. It's blasphemy. I think they've got to be decent ranked XP. There's no chance that they don't give a decent amount. Ow, ow, ow. Because they're just as broken tick-wise in this game And their downside is their lack of accuracy. But we've got like maximum accuracy gear right now. Like save for the Robin Hood and Rangers. Like that's not gonna happen for a while. I doubt like anybody would realistically have that while training at this level. So I mean, it's got to be efficient to use them on something with low defenk and just like tear through them and get massive rank at XP, right? Stop talking about communism. Gotta get 54. Chickens. I mean, maybe maintain the feather stack. That might not be a terrible idea, but with mithril dart tips though, because mithril dart tips have to be able to hit something, right? Like they've got some okay strength bonus compared to like brands, right? I think definitely if you've got mithril darts, that's got to be like max efficiency on some chickens for sure. I'm just not sure I'll hit anything with fire giants. I think we use the mithril arrows on fire giants. We'll give it a try. I don't think high defense is a good shout with darts. Darts are maximum DPS on low defenk, right? They're better than MSB, but only if the mob has low defense. So we got 54. I think it's time we go to it's frustratingly one level below what we need for Maple Longbows, but we'll get there soon. Chaos Druids, level 2 Wildy. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. I think that's probably the plan, actually. Okay, let's go to our favorite game in the whole world. Doorscape. Everybody loves Doorscape. Gimme. And gimme. Also, one more thing. Gimme. Shut up about Mao. You boys ready for Doorscape? It's going to be huge. Dora can't contain us. Temple Vykov's going to be quaking. Waiting for us to come and whack it out with a huge, giant, girthy 42 Taven. We're 987 now. We are so close to 1k total. I just looked when we logged in today. We were 975 total. We have gained so many total levels so quickly today. We're still close to, we're really close to a mining level as well. 11k off of mining level. is pretty big for how high the level is. About to get to 988. Alright, well, where's my cat? It says it wants attention, but it's not here. Alright, chill out. Chill out, pussycat. We gained 12 total levels. We're about to get to 13 total levels in a single sitting at this total level. I feel like is pretty impressive. Granted, 9 of them were fletching. We're getting the payoff for all the mining we've been doing in the mining guild at this point. Everyone loves Doorscape. Aw, thanks, Teets. Thanks. It's good to see you around. Plot armor, though. But the plot armor. Watch me fail this door for infinity. I'll never be allowed to get to level 42 Taven. Everybody loves Doorscape. It's my new sitcom idea. We just put this right here with the Seinfeld theme song. Do you want the theme song, or do we just want like the continuous bass line? Like we find a loop spot for that bass line from Seinfeld, and we just keep going around on it. We all good with that as like a concept? Does that spark joy within us? Remember to like Strem. Just gotta like Strem. Seinfeld would like the Strem. And that's probably I don't know if plot armor logged in. Look at you. I know, fam. I am. Gotta do the cooking by the book on repeat. That's actually a really good idea. Immediately logged out. Wild. Just logged in to troll me. TY. I would bop to gotta do the cooking by the book. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that would get copyright struck. I need to be allowed to stream on Twitch so that we can get away with that. Little John remix is great. Okay. Break it down. Yeah. What? Okay, I got you. Fam. The nerve. His teeth are growing too long. Not enough likes in the videos. You gotta do the cooking by the book. Wife and I sing that song like, I'd say it's average above once a day. We don't sing it every day, but the days that we do sing it, we definitely average it out well above once a day that we sing that. These pirates, they think they want the heat. They don't know me like that. Anybody else a big enjoyer of Doorscape? Apparently pretending to be a Nigerian prince is item scamming these days? What? So there you go. Been working odd hours. About to shower. Just stopped in and show love. Thanks for stopping by. Hi chat, bye chat. Love chat. Live chat. Be chat. We got an eye patch. Now I'm bald and stylish. This is a huge update. Family. Guys, family. I don't know if the eye patch works with it, but also like family. Familia está aquí. Mi familia no está aquí. Porque mi esposa está está en su trabajo. Trabajar. I don't know. En la oficina. Ahora. Con su novio. Su novio es muy guapo. Doorscape. Let me in. 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 Let me. Door. Let me in. Dora. She is an explorer. Familia aquí está muy grande. Alright. Wife was big sad yesterday. Because she had to work instead of like trade big stonks on the marketplace. So what if we give her like food? What if we order her like fancy food? Like Fancy Feast? Fancy Feast is my faves. Okay, I'm gonna remember to not mess it up this time. Cause last time I was like, I'm gonna get cauliflower and then I'm gonna do the extra chickies. But then I got cauliflower with extra cauliflower, so it was just like double disappointment. Yeah. I'm so smart. Ooh, I'm super smart. Ooh, baby, I love your ways. I want to stay with you night and day. That's it. That's the order. Okay, I'm getting chicken and sweet potato and cauliflower. And I'm it's okay because I'm making the excuse of this is for wife. That's my excuse. Ooh, and then a cookie though. But like a cookie though. Add a cookie on the side. Okay. Wife, you're gonna be big happy sappy with this. Ooh, and he'll get home about the same time she does. Oh baby. Oh baby. I'm gonna be a good boy. Wife is gonna be happy with me. This is gonna be the first time. The first time that wife likes husband. Ooh baby. Ooh baby. I'm excited for that. I'm super excited for that. Why is Doorscape so slow? I don't like Doorscape. Doorscape doesn't like me. But it's actually my favorite game in the whole world. Doorscape. Doorscape. Dora. Baby. Baby shark doo-doo. Baby shark doo-doo. Give me them sweet, sweet coins. Ooh, got another eye patch. I can cover both my eyes. Give me them bones. We bury bones here. We're a good boy. We bury bones. Catch you soon, bro. Gotta go. See you, MVP. Good luck with the smith. Big, big smith. Ooh, Doorscape. Ooh, Doorscape is big frustrations. Because I keep clicking hard, and then it's like, you're not allowed in. And just like, let me in, though. But like, let me in. If you could just let me inside, the amount of happy I would be if you just let me inside, you know? Just do it. Just do it. TY. $500. Just get in and out of the door. Still, let me in. Ooh, baby, let me in. Does the clothing shop exist that sells the eye patch? Is this the only way you can get eye patch? What did you do from 40 to 60 mining? Regurt. It was mostly rune carved. I think a lot of it was Alcarid making fire runes. A few of the levels were Remington making air runes. And then I think like just 58 to 60, I just went Varrock East and like went hard on those iron rocks, because it's only like what, like 40 minutes a level if you just straight go mining at that point. And I really wanted to get into the mining guild, so I just did that. I think I did actually maybe a level or two at mined runes as well, the coal. But I don't really like that, like, unless you really need the coal for making steel. Like, if that's a big priority for you, I wouldn't recommend it otherwise. 42, 42, 42, Taven. All right. I've been like hardcore ignoring agility because we wanted 54 Schmithen. Now I feel like we can spend a little bit of time doing agility, right? Like we don't have to not do agility. Because I'm thinking tomorrow we go for some ranged training. Now that we have the mithril arrows and the mithril darts, we should be like fine to go and do that. Let's store away in our safety safe our Locky pick, because we don't want to have to go back down to Yanil unless we like have a reason to go. That's not. That doesn't matter. Our defink level. We just take salmons for us and for Kitty. That's it. Let's go do some agility laps. I'm so good at cut web. Ow. So I'm thinking, boys, and that's a dangerous thing for me to do, TBH. I really shouldn't be doing too much of that. Stuff gets wild when I do too much tink. You can only see, like, oof, that 56 Schmithen from doing all the tinks is it's too much. It's too much. But if I look on the rankings, let me go to 310. Because we've been sliding down. But yeah, we should be at... Actually, yeah, rank 310. I guessed completely right. Either 311 or 310. I don't know exactly what my XP is at, but... Actually, if I just search myself again. Up on the high scores. Almost for certainly. We are rank 310 right now. Just don't want to hit the log, because I want to do a little bit of these, like going over the log and whatnot. Running around in circles and then DCing. The DC is actually a really important part of the strat. But we're gonna run some agility laps tonight. Tomorrow, when we come back, we're gonna DC less. And then we're going to do Ranged. And maybe Temple of Ikov. And potentially run some natties. So I hope y'all down for running some fat naturals tomorrow and getting big portraits. Because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now. We've gotten a few other levels out of the way. We did the big 54 Schmithen, so we have that like available to us when we need it. So let's run the natties. Let's spend the fat natties. If we're cool with that. If you're cool with that, I'm cool with that. We can all be cool with that. We cool with that? But like family, are we though? But the family. All right. For now, I'm going to keep running around. Tonight. Tomorrow morning. A little bit at work. I'll sneak some in. That guy having a bad time. And then I'll see you here tomorrow. As we are here every single day. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make certain that you like the stream, because that's how we break through the algorithm and meet all of the non-algotistic boys that aren't seeing the streams because of their neurotypicality. But us neurodivergent boys, we need friend too. So like stream. All right, love you boys. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow. See you then. Big kisses. Mwah. Bye. But like also bye. Bye.